on the Disney Channel. It is a show called The Proud Family, Louder and Prouder, which is a reboot from a series that first launched back in 2001. It hit Disney Plus in early 2022. So season 2 just dropped. It's got 10 new episodes, and it's about a girl named Penny Proud and her family. All right, so this is supposed to be, according to Disney, laugh out loud stories while highlighting culturally specific experiences of the Black community and addressing universal topics. Well, okay. Here's a little snippet of what Disney Plus is offering our children now as just a quick look at, let's say, America.
This country was built on slavery, which means slaves built this country. Tilled this land from sea to sea to sea. First there was rice, tobacco, sugar cane. Then Whitney did his thing and cotton became king. And we were its soldiers, 4 million strong. Fighting for America's freedoms, even though we remained America's slaves. Built this country. The descendants of slaves continue to build this. Slaves built this country. And we, the descendants of slaves in America, have earned reparations for their suffering. And continue to earn reparations every moment we spend submerged in the systemic prejudice, racism, and white supremacy that America was founded with and still has not atoned for. We made your families rich. From the southern plantation heirs to the northern bankers to the New England ship owners, the founding fathers, former presidents, current senators,
the Illuminati, the New World Order.
Slaves built this country. We had Tubman, Turner,
Frederick D.
Then they say Lincoln freed the slaves.
But slaves were men.
And women. And only we can free ourselves. Emancipation is not freedom. Jim Crow, segregation, redlining, public schools, feeding private prisons, where we become slaves again. As we celebrate Juneteenth for the umpteenth time, our account is still outstanding. Because this country was built on slavery, which means slaves built this country. And we demand our 40 acres and a mule. Bump that! You can keep the mule.
Keep the 40.
We're taking our freedom.
Oh my God. Jesse.
You know, Megyn, this goes to something that I think actually the right, if I could speak at least briefly for the right, has failed on. And I volunteer that I am very much part of this. I've been part of this. For how many years has the right said things like, some idiot actor or actress will get up at the Oscars and give some crazy left-wing political speech and will say something like, no one cares what George Clooney thinks. Or LeBron James will say something stupid. Well, no one cares what LeBron James thinks. Well, that's not true at all. If you go look at the following of these people, there are millions and millions and millions of people who do care. Entertainment is actually a critical cultural pillar. I mean, look, they were putting on plays in Roman times. We have TV now. It's part of guiding your culture for what you want them to be and what you don't want them to be. It's just more than anything, this is a reflection of what our culture has become. Just a big bunch of grievance-mongering whiners. Everybody has something they hate about America. America sucks because of this, and it sucks because of that. And again, they're started when the kids are as small as can be. This is on Nickelodeon Junior. It's not just Disney Plus. Kids' platforms across the board, they're all this filth now.
This is filth. This is absolute filth. Reparations, and we still want reparations. Systemic prejudice, racism, white supremacy still hasn't been atoned for. We made you rich. I mean, the anger that they put in the mouths of these little kids. Meanwhile, as if any little kid walking around America today is like, we want reparations. They're trying to plant these ideas early.
Think about how crazy this is. Somebody like you've been on the Manhattan legal scene. That's about as cutthroat business world gets. How crazy is it, Megyn, that Disney is coming fresh off a year where board members, CEO got the axe. Board members are sitting there looking at profit loss sheets showing $140 billion gone. Imagine having to present that to your board and how you're going to turn that around. And after all those losses, they choose to double and triple down on everything that has turned off American families. Right. It's honestly a little bit scary if you think about it. How many high-powered jobs there are that operate with no regard for their job or no regard for the fiduciary responsibility to the shareholder at all. It's all activism all the time. It's crazy that this is allowed to go on in the boardroom.
It's like they're trying to make these children hate America. Hate America. It's literally the opposite of what you get in China, where it's like mandatory nationalism, mandatory, homage to the flag, which pieces of it are appealing. This is the opposite, trying to make them hate the country from a very tender age. And honestly, just the racism of it. Okay, so this is a channel that's supposed to appeal, I guess, to Black families. What Black families? What they just assume Black families all hate America and want to talk about demand reparations and how we haven't made it past slavery. Like who are the Black families they're hanging out with?
Well, that's actually it's a good question, Megyn, because this is a big problem we have in that America is so divided now. Now, that's a very common thing to say. We're divided, but let me explain for a second. We have urban America. You know, you have LA, New York, Chicago, and I love those cities. Actually, I have a blast in all of them. But they are very, very separate and very different from the values of the vast sea of the land of America. If you look at like a congressional map of America, it's all red. You look at it and think, wow, that must be the most Republican country ever. But it's not, because all the entertainment is only made in those tiny areas. And even the people who make these Disney shows and crap like that, they live, work, and worship exclusively around people who share nothing in common with what people would consider to be flyover country. Therefore, there's no equal representation of values anymore on television because none of those people have any connection to how normal people live or what normal people go through. That's the truth.
I would love to talk to you about Bonner Private Wine Partnerships. They have these incredibly rare Malbecs that you must try. You got to try it. If you enjoy a glass of wine, I do. Try these wines from the extreme altitudes of Argentina. It's fun to even just to think about. The flavor is unlike any other. Blackberry, leather, smoke, little dark cherry. That makes everything better. And these wines are nearly impossible to get on your own. The producers deep in the Andes Mountains make limited quantity. The best part is they've cut out the middleman so you will not deal with a big markup. Today, we get a great offer in front of you. If you visit BonnerPrivateWines.com/MKS, like MK Show, MKS, you will not only get the wine for over 50% off plus free shipping, you'll also get a bonus bottle of small batch limited production wine from their exclusive wine cellar. You can wow your friends with that. That's 4 bottles for the price of 3, and it's a deal that's hard to turn down if you are a wine lover like yours truly. Visit Bonner, BONNER, privatewines.com/MKS to claim your bonus bottle and become a part of America's most unique wine club. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.